Good evening and welcome once again to the Whiskey Cowboy Live. Today's date is June 26, 2024. It is a Wednesday. It is a hot and humid Wednesday at that. I'm going to let everybody make their way to the show. I don't know where y'all are, but you better come on in. Where people make their way. Make your way. Yes, it was in the 80s today, but humidity of about 3,000%. I was out and I took care of some stuff. I moved some stuff around and was planning on doing mowing and trimming and stuff, but I didn't. I trimmed some brush and got that stacked up, and it was just too damn humid. It's like, no, it ain't going anywhere. So I will wait for either in the morning and get it done up, or when it cools off. I'm hoping I might be able to hit the water on Friday. We'll see. Maybe Friday. Tonight's coffee is pistachio cream from New England brand coffee. Nummy num. Looks like we've got excellent connection. Everything is rolling smoothly. Just waiting for everyone to show up. I got some goodies to talk about. I have some goodies, and I'm not going to waste my breath yapping and yammering when there's nobody there listening. I know people come in later and do it, but it just got a frame drop. That's weird. That is odd. Well, it's been happening the last couple shows, but it hasn't interrupted the show, so I'm not going to be too worried about it. I got somebody out there watching. Who's out there watching? It might be Donna, it might be Gus, somebody hiding in the weeds. They do that. I got to be dropping off some eggs over at Gus's. He's going to be on out of town, but he had to stay in because he get himself a goodie for his tractor. He can start mowing, hogging stuff. He's got to walk behind, but he's going to get a new one Friday. Go behind his tractor. I'm just bloviating over here. Just wasting time. I am wasting time. Hey, you. Thanks for following my content. You're awesome. I posted up on my Facebook page. Yes, thank you very much. I've got a bunch of new followers. I got, a handful. About 80 in a handful of days. Hey, Laurel. Good evening. Welcome to the show. Yeah, I've got 80 new followers in about 10 days. I know that doesn't sound like much to people, but I was losing followers because people weren't finding my content. Now I'm off all restrictions, so now my content is going out there. And I'm going to go over the stats with you folks to let you know exactly how criminal Facebook has been. And how their algorithms work is it's the Pareto distribution in both directions. The more you get seen and the more interactions, the more you get seen and the more interactions, the more you get seen and the more interactions. And the way it rolls over is not proportional. It jumps up. Same way as the less you see, the less you're going to get interactions, and the less you're going to see and the less interactions. And it goes the opposite way. Like I said, for just over a year, I've been running with less people per month impressions, actual reach, less reach per month than I have actual followers that follow my content on Facebook. I was like, how the hell does that work? Somebody is supposedly following your content and wants to see it. You should get at least that many if you were to post one piece of content in a month. You should have, your reach should be at least your member count, your follower count. Nope. I posted anywhere, again, when I was ramping up, I was posting a dozen or more bits of content, many of them long form articles, per day. My least day, that's Monday through Friday, every day, my least day was at least 5 or 6. And I was getting less reach than I had followers. That is absolutely insane. Hey, Laurel, how's the show? How's the sound, and how is the video audio? Nose itches. Laurel's all quiet. So sounds and looks good. Okay, fantastic. Now, my content on Facebook, the stuff that's getting the most views and the most interactions is my memes. Can you imagine that? I take the time to write an article and put out news, and it's not getting the reach and interactions that a freaking meme does. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. What you going to do, right? Been trying to post a little bit of this and a little bit of that, because again, the more reach you get, the more reach you get. The more reach you get. The more interactions you get, the more interactions you get, the more interactions you get. So if I mix up my memes along with my regular content, and I figure I can work the algorithms, and those algorithms will, in turn, help draw traffic to my content. Now, that said, I've seen a big increase. It ain't like it was. I was getting 5.5 million reach every single day. That spiked just before they hit me over a year ago. 5.5 million. I ain't there yet. But I'm getting per day. More than I got per month while they were throttling me. Laurel says, I like reading your articles. I get more info from them than news out there. Yeah, I try to give the right stuff too. The stuff that I've been putting out lately, I try to keep it about 3 to 6 paragraphs and just give what's needed, because I know people don't have an attention span. But I have been sliding in older articles. I used to write, I keep calling them long form, and they were articles. I put out at least 3 articles a day, full articles, and about a dozen content in general. That's blurb posts, mini news posts, memes, what have you, all the other peripherals. That's aside from long-form articles. And I'm sliding some of them back in. Some of them are irrelevant now, but during the Rovid era, I put out a lot of stuff. And folks can go and they can search my page, go to Facebook and go to the Whiskey Cowboy, and then go to the search feature and just put in COVID or virus or anything like that and see what comes up. You're not going to get it all, but you're going to get some goodies. You are going to get some goodies. Where is everybody, Laurel? Where are they? Damn it. Yeah, my reputation. I'm still waiting for people to come up when I put up some news articles. What's your source? I'm the source. I am the source. If you don't believe me, don't follow my content, because my reputation means more than putting out hogwash. I do the same thing that other news agencies do. And they don't list their sources. Hey, Peggy. Peggy says, hey there. I'm happy to see a lot of your posts showing up on my Facebook. Yeah, I keep getting, hey, missed you. I thought you'd given up on Facebook. And it's like, I've been here. I've been here the whole time. I've been cranking out content. I tried to tell people, please come to my page at least once every 3 days and read, because you're missing a lot of stuff. Facebook was not even letting my stuff hit those who followed my content. A handful of them saw a bunch of it. Most people saw nothing. Hey, Gus. Gus says, I'm here. Yes, I've been hiding. There you are. Peekaboo. Peekaboo. We're starting to get people in. We is starting to get people in. Okay. Now we got some people out there, so I'm gonna go over some of the stats. Now, it's been about 10 days since they took me off restriction. Time flies, doesn't it? So here's some stats for you. You ready for this? My followers have gone up. I've actually, let's see here. Net followers are 683.3%. That's 70. I've got 70 new followers in 10 days. That's up 683% over the previous month. That's telling you I was losing people. Okay. Follower rate last 10 days over the running. These are over running 29 days. Gus says, just don't be a bad boy anymore. I wasn't to begin with. Now, so tomorrow all these stats are going to change again, because I won't tell the real stats until I've gone a full 20 days, or actually 28 days instead of 29 days. At 28, I'll be able to tell you exactly. I'm only at 10 days, so this is only 10 days in. Not even quite half, almost half. My net follower rate is up 683%. 683.3. Okay. My content interactions, and I saw this right off the bat, like, hey, folks are starting to really jump onto the post now. 253.9%. 253.9%. In 10 days. That's just content interactions. That's people making a post or somebody liking or emojiing my content. My impressions has gone up 470.9%. 400. See, these numbers are getting bigger, aren't they? Hold on. We got a number for you. 479.9%. That's impressions. Okay? 470.9% over the last running 28 days, 29 days. Now here's the number. Catch this number. Catch this number, if you will. You ready? Reach. That means how many people actually get my stuff showing up in their feeds. That's members that's followers and non-followers. Gus says the computers on Facebook say you were. Yeah. AI is a little bit out of whack. So the reach in the past 10 days versus the prior month. You ready for this? 1.5 1,000%. 1,500% increase in reach in 10 days. 1.5 thousand%. I saw those numbers and I'm like, that's got to be. No, that says there's a K there. 1.5 thousand%. in 10 days. That's freaking criminal. That is criminal. So like I said, it's very frustrating actually putting out quality content for folks and then having Facebook not allowing people to see it unless they directly go to my page, because people are notoriously lazy. They're not going to go. If it doesn't show up in their feed, they're not going to do it. But 1.5 thousand %. Oh my goodness. And we're only 10 days in. We've got another 10 and change to add on top of that for my reach for a running month. That is absolutely insane. There's no... you can't make this shit up. Can't make this up. All right, for Facebook, the men to woman breakdown. That's right. Even Facebook. Hey, wait a minute here. Gus says, who, me? I'm not lazy. Well, maybe you got me. Yeah, no, I know how people are. Even Facebook only has 2 freaking genders in their algorithms. Imagine that. Yet if you say there's only 2 genders, oh my gosh, you're going to get your account wiped out for it. There's only men and women. Well, go to their Google. Hey, Meta. Facebook. According to your own stats, you only got men and women on there. Men and women. So let's get to the men and women stats. I got 42.6% of the followers are women. 57.4%. We used to be neck and neck. It was something like 49-51. And then the women took the lead, that it was something like 52-48. But we're back down to 42-57. Most of my followers are from 45 to 65 plus. Now I got some that's lower than that, and the men clearly outnumber the women there. Now on Instagram, it's totally different. I got 34% women that follow my, and I'll bet you they're bots. I'll bet you most of them are bots. I got a few honest gals that are, but I'll bet you a lot of those are bots. And 66% are men. Younger women, yeah. The highest spike for women is 25 to 34. Bet you they're bots. I got 35 to 44. So the women are younger across the board. You're losing your sex appeal? No, I guess. I don't care. I'm taken. No, but that's on Instagram. It's on Instagram. Men and women on Facebook, the ages are roughly the same. I have more older followers. Again, usually the biggest numbers are from 45 to 65 plus are where most of them are. And then I've got good numbers underneath that too, but most of them are older, which is understandable. But yeah, Instagram, I'm not showing boobies and stuff. But if I did that, I'd have guys. It would spike up. I don't know. I don't go. That's because you're old. Stop it, Gus. I'm older. But yeah, my goodness. Yes, sir. I'm trying to find the stats that shows what percentage are followers versus versus general public. Yeah, it's not telling me. It's my audience still. Come on, audience. Let's go back. Go back. Gus says, "Come on, girls, help me." They're not gonna do that. They're just sitting back there and just. Gus is trying to stir up trouble. Gus is full of piss and vinegar because he's all happy. Gus is all happy, so now he's full of piss and vinegar. Gus is getting himself a new toy. So, oh my goodness. Goodness gracious. Gracious me, oh my, oh. CNN, it looks like CNN is trying to snuff out independent streamers from their presidential debate. They've already given permission by all of the lamestream media. So all of them, NBC, CNN, Fox, MSNBC, all of them. They've all got permission already to stream live. Peggy says, "Gus, I'm older than all of you, so no help forthcoming." Yeah. But, yeah, they've been letting independent streamers know, hey, you better make sure that you follow fair use guidelines and blah, blah, blah. So I think that they're going to try to do a bunch of copyright strikes. But it is fair use. Can you imagine? This isn't the Super Bowl where you're going to go, well, look at that. NBC has full legal rights to air the Super Bowl. Stream live. Okay, I get that. Presidential debate? Nah, that's open for everybody. Laurel says, "Gus, you're just trying to stir the pot. Some of us more mature women don't go for pretty boys and prefer more mature men." Yeah. You saying I ain't purty? I ain't purty? Well, I'll be damned. I'll be damned. I am not purty. Somewhere along the line, I lost my purtiness. Oh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I'm crushed. Peggy says CNN has been telling us that the stakes are high with the debate. Yeah, CNN. Those fuckers. Tonight's coffee. Pistachio cream from New England brand. It is yummy. It is good. It smelled very good cooking. Percolating or doing whatever it's doing. Laurel says, not pretty. I consider you the rugged, handsome type. Well, thank you. I'll go with that. Manly. Just manly. I'm not so hideous that you can't look at me, but I'm not so smooth and delicate looking that I look like I'm a dandy from New York City. Oh my goodness. Stop it. Yeah, it's funny too because the missus calls me dude. And see, dude's a compliment now. Dude in 1880 was an insult. Gus says, geez, chopped liver. Darn. Chopped liver. Where'd chopped liver come from? Who said chopped liver? Well, a piece of steak. A piece of New York strip. That's the only thing New York about me. I'm a piece of New York strip. Not ribeye. Not ribeye. Had some ribeye the other day. Had a standing rib roast for me and the missus. It was just a two rib standing rib roast. And put that in there and just sliced it off and sliced it up thin. Almost finished off the leftovers tonight. We put the leftover thin slices and cut it in more manageable pieces and put that in with a brown gravy and onions and mushrooms. served that over fries for me with a nice cold beer, and she had hers over broccoli. She poured hers over broccoli. I'm more of a taters kind of guy. She's trying to cut her carbs out. That's fine. Laurel says, "Oh, Gus, you're one of the good guys too. Gus is my mini-me." He's got more hair than I do, though. Dang it. Gus has got more hair. Peggy says, "There's been some chatter about Biden having a doppelganger stand in for the debate. Your thoughts?" Yeah, I don't see it happening. No. It's not uncommon to have a doppelganger or two. There are times when you need to have eyes someplace else, and those fellers come in handy. But yeah, I don't think that he's going to have somebody standing in. It's more likely he's going to be drugged up. Gus says, "Not on my face." You're right. I got you whipped on the face. Yeah. Well, see, I got to cover my face. So the hat covers my head, and I need the hair on my face to cover my face, and you just free skin it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, where is everybody? Peggy's here, Laurel's here. Who else was here and that wanted me to look into the Idaho situation? Are we missing somebody? Wow, I polished that one off. Move over my Orca mug. Love this Orca mug right here. We missing somebody for the Idaho? There's Peggy and there's Laurel and there's God, I'm blanking on her name. Where the hell is she? Judy. Like, John, you're not remembering their names. No, I don't remember the names. It's late. I'm tired. Look, I had to, after dinner, I decided, okay, I picked up my guitar a couple times today. And Donna. But was Donna here? And I just tried to play. I was, I did a bunch of jazz. I love the jazz. And I said, okay, let's slide back into Latin music. And I tried something, and it just wasn't coming. Like, holy crap. I gotta stop this shit before it gets too bad. So I unplugged and I just set everything down. That's how tired I am. Excuse me. And I ain't done much today. Little stuff outside, but then came in. It's like, oh man, it was humid out there, hot and humid. Wasn't it there, Mr. Gus? Hot and humid. But yeah, it's Judy, right? Judy hasn't come in. She was. I'm trying to. I don't think Donna was there for the last show. Was she? Wishy. It's one. Dances with Wolves. Sorry. Gus says, I love the tractor music myself. Yes, it was warm. Oh, you were out on your rig today? Were you? Probably Judy, says Laurel. Yeah, I think it was Judy. Judy, where the hell are you? I think she specifically said that she wanted me to look into it. Give you a heads up. The conspiracy theories out there are full of shit. And I knew it was. I already called Gus. Gus and Sally were in the car. They were driving. So she got to hear me. She sent me a video earlier in the week. some guy running conspiracy theories all together and shit, and people eating it up. And it's like I'm like, nah, my mind, my schnozzle here. I've been at this long enough that it's probably not. It's conspiracy with the cobalt mines, and they need. I'm talking like this. No, it was an Asian dude. He can't talk very well. But I'll pretend it's an Asian dude saying it because it sounds better coming from me as a non-Asian dude doing my conspiracy theory talks. The cobalt mines, the U.S. government siphoning money from the Ukraine military endeavors to the company that does the cobalt mine in Idaho, and they need a lot of water, so they're turning off everybody's water, and I'm thinking, nah, yeah, I don't think so. Bet you it's not. Bet you it's not. And that shit, like I said on the phone conversation, they really, yeah, those who get me in real life, they can see me really wound up. And I was like, that shit just chaps my ass. People out there just weaving things together to get people worked up, and people are so freaking ignorant that they just eat it hook, line, and sinker. That ain't what happening in Idaho. That's not happening. Now, on that same note, a little bit of disinformation from the side of the farmers going out there too. Well, not disinformation, but misleading information. I'll get into that. I'm still on the side of the farmers, but some of the information is a little misleading. Like when somebody just starts throwing out big numbers and they don't say much about it, you might want to look into it. Like, this is affecting so many thousands of acres. Yes, I guess if you go by agricultural acres within the given counties affected, it will total that number. But that's, anybody who knows anything about agricultural numbers know that doesn't mean that all those acres are planted. It's total property deemed agricultural. There's a shit ton of property deemed agricultural that don't even have a garden on them. So again, the numbers can be misleading. Numbers can be misleading. And you got to listen to what people are saying, because they tip their hand. Good fellers out there, but I listen to what they say. So I catch stuff. Ain't my first rodeo. Rodeo drive. Be driving, John's driving the rodeo. Well, where the hell is everybody? Well, we got some more viewers. Judy, are you watching yet? I'm holding off. You wanted to hear about it. You wanted to hear about it. Who wants me to go ahead and say what the deal is before she even gets here? Oh, there we go. This is... Ooh, hot. Hotta. Yes, sir. Hot coffee. Hot coffee. Need some coasters. Laurel says, bring it. Okay, this is the deal with Idaho. It ain't a conspiracy. This is typical Idaho bureaucracy and mismanagement is what it is. This shit's been going on for years. For years. Now, I'll get one thing out of the way. Cobalt mining, I'll dispense with that crap. Cobalt mining does take a lot of water. Now, the reason they need a lot of water for cobalt mining is, number one, they need it to keep the equipment and process cool. And they need it to help break up the different compounds. That's what they use. So you got sulfur and cobalt and a bunch of other shit, and they use the water to help it causing a slurry and shit, and it just breaks it all up. So you need a lot of water. It's water intensive. The mining itself, and to keep the dust down. So the water's to keep the dust, three main things the water's for. Keep the dust down, keep the equipment cool, and to break up the content that they're mining. It's not used for mining. It's not like most people use a lot of water, and the same way as with the conspiracy guy. He made it seem as if, we've all seen where you use water cannons and you just blast into the damn side of the hill. Well, that's not how they mine. It's not how they mine. It's used different, but they do use a lot of water. Now here you go. If they use a lot of water, and the Idaho folks are being told to turn their wells off, they can't use the well water. How the hell can that happen? Well, guess what? A little bit of research shows you, that cobalt mine isn't even in the counties that are affected. It's not in the same counties. So when you're doing surface water and water table stuff, and it doesn't affect your county, whatever you do doesn't affect the rest of the state. They're not pulling from those water tables or open water sources, groundwater. So he just, like I said, just tying a bunch of shit, numbers and everything together to form this neat sounding conspiracy for people that don't have the time or inclination to just look into it, which is why Sally, she sent me, she goes, I know you'll look into this. So I looked into it. I was right. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. So, well, John, what the hell? If that's not it, what's again, bureaucracy and mismanagement. It happens all the time. They do it with water runoff. They do it with all sorts of stuff. There is a water, I'll call it a water valley, and it's consisting of a shit ton of counties. And the main water source is above ground water, and they have the upstream, they have the aquifer, the dam, the lake. Well, the lake's infrastructure and how they manage the water is like from the late 1800s or some shit like that. It's pretty damn old. It's pretty damn old. And they refused to invest in it. The company that actually controls the water refused over the decades and decades and decades and decades, 100 some odd years, to update the infrastructure to make it more productive, more efficient. So they waste a lot of water. Well, in the last few years, they've had some droughts, so the water levels had dropped. And how bureaucracies work is they work slow and everything rolls over. Now they're telling all the farmers that they need to shut off their wells. But this year has been a high water year. There's not a shortage of water. If they pull that shit during a drought, which they didn't, it would have made sense. There's no drought now, and there's no shortage of water. It's just mismanagement and bureaucracy bullshit. And it's going to screw up a lot of farmers. Now, that said, not as many as people think. Now, here's the reason why. Listen to one group of fellers, and again, good fellers, and they openly admitted that most of their irrigation comes from top water, not their wells. And that's the way it is for a good many farmers. So what they do when they talk about this, shutting off the water, they don't take into account that a good many of these farmers are actually using top water. So a certain percentage of their water is going to get shut off. Not all of it. They're well water. Now, they have water rights out there and regulation problems, and you've got to drill the well, and then you got to have rights to the water, so they come in and the government comes in, they can shut you down. This is what happened. So they invested in all these wells to augment their top water, surface water, and they put the investment in it, and now they can't use it legally. Now there's a good many farmers that are going to say fuck it, and they're going to use it anyways and pay the fine. And that's exactly what I'd do if I had some sizable property. Keep watering like you always have. Ain't no shortage. Pay the fine. because your taters and other things are going to more than make up for for the money that you pay in the fine. It's like I told Gus and Sally. I said that's what big businesses do. Big businesses love bureaucracy and fines. Why? Because they can afford to pay it. They know that the fines and the bureaucracy will shut down the little guy, and they can just absorb the cost of these things. They just factor it in just like taxes and cost of feed and water and electricity and stuff like that. They just factor it into their budget. Now, again, is it bad? Yes, it is. Is it as bad as what is being presented? I don't think so. And let's say it was. They admit that you know, there's going to be a lot of crops that aren't going to be grown and stuff like that. But as I point out, no crops are grown in the wintertime. No crops are grown in the wintertime. Do we ever have a shortage of vegetables and taters and stuff? You think that all the taters you get comes from North America, huh? Bless your heart. You think all the taters that you buy comes from Idaho? Bless your heart again. They don't. They don't. So is it an important issue? Yes, it is. It's more Idaho bureaucratic and misuse bullshit. And that means the people of Idaho need to take care of this. Now they're reaching out so they can get people to call in and pressure the governor and other agencies and stuff like that. But you know what? That doesn't change the bureaucrats' minds. If you're not a voting constituent, who the hell cares what you have to say? Well, by all means, keep their phones ringing, but the decision is going to come from their voters, which means this is an Idaho issue, which is exactly what I said on last show. This is an Idaho issue. I support them. Do your thing, but do your thing. John can't do anything about it. I send somebody an email, what the hell? What the hell's that going to do? I'm not voting. And like I said, this is nothing new for Idaho. It's one thing after another. It ain't new. But it's the latest buzz. Everybody's got to get all worked up over it. And y'all know me. If it ain't worth getting worked up over, don't do it. We've all getting emotional, worked up, outraged, and indignant about things is a resource unto itself. You can only do it so much for so many things. I try to point people in directions. Hey, if you can do something, here you go, do it. If you can't do something, don't expend a lot of emotional resources getting worked up over it. It doesn't do you any good and doesn't change the problem. Oh, hell, that almost makes a little bit of sense. But a lot of people depend on outrage. Maybe that's what I'm doing wrong. I need to create outrage instead of telling people just settle down. It ain't that big a deal. I just can't do it. It's dishonest. In my opinion, it's dishonest. It's like I said, if John gets worked up over something, hey, you might want to get worked up over it. If he says it's not really, if Laurel says, hey, this is going on in my state, I might not get worked up over it, but I can tell her, I can go, this is what you should do in your state. I'll do that. But there's no nationwide cry for most any issue. Most issues are regional. It's your own backyard. And the only people that can solve it is the people in your own backyard. That mentality. The Democrats like that shit. You got problems in your backyard, so you want to legislate everybody else's fucking backyard across the country. It's like, I'm not having those problems here. You deal with your own problems. You deal with your own problems. I don't have those problems. Like the song says, try that in a small town. Not a very good song. I understand why it was popular. It ain't a very good song. But I tell you, it's a heap much better than Rich Men North of Richmond. I'll tell you that much. I was an outlier on that, where everybody's riding his jock, and it's like, yeah, you heard anything of him lately? I knew it was just going to blow over. Guy can't sing. Sounds like a mule. And John was one of the outliers out there that was actually a country fan. It's actually a country feller. It's like, no, the guy's a bit of a douchebag. Yeah, everybody is upset. So now he's the shining star, but he's kind of an ignorant douchebag and he hates everybody. There's nothing good about that. When you get somebody and all they can do is find problems in everything, you might want to rethink listening to what they have to say. Because even though I'm critical of a lot of things, there's some good shit out there. And you can find that by joining the Whiskey Cowboy Live. We talk about good shit all the time. But yeah. Oh, goodness. He says it's all better than Beyonce praying to... Oh, Jesus. You had to bring up the B word, huh? She ain't country. And, you're a racist for saying that. No, I'm not. Jelly Roll ain't country either. I can list off Florida, Southern Florida line, or what the fuck that... They ain't country either. They're pop. You want to know another person that ain't country? Keith Urban ain't country. He's pop. There's a lot of people that ain't country. And they're in the quote-unquote country genre, but she's damn insulting. She is a damn cartoon version of country music and country folks. How dare you? She grew up in Texas. She didn't grow up in fucking cow shit on the bottom of her shoe, Texas. Shut up. Get out of here. She's a pop star. And she ain't that good. She sings 3 fucking notes is what she does. It's like, what the hell? And her rendition of Jolene. Stop it. That's insulting. Her music is insulting to country music. Oh, and how dare anyone say that? You racist. No, no, I ain't racist. I ain't racist. Plenty of folks ain't country. You want to get me going? Turn on a damn country station, and some of these newfangled quote unquote country singers think that if they just put on a pair of jeans, boots, and a cowboy hat, they can rap and consider themselves. Nothing infuriates me more than listening to a country song and about fucking 20 seconds into it turns into a rap soliloquy. It's like, stop it. There ain't nothing wrong with that, but just put it on the pop station, put it on the rap station, put it on the mixed station. If I want to listen to country music, I don't want to listen to that shit. It's like, was it the Wolf here in New Hampshire, Gus? Is it the Wolf? And they say, what did they say? You won't find none of that. None of that sissy. They got a funny thing. It's funny. They play more of the older stuff. We'll find none of that here. Hey, if you like it, that's fine. I'll be quite honest. The missus likes that stuff. I don't like it. I don't. She's doing her work in her office. She can listen to whatever she wants to, and that's fine. But if we're out for a drive and I'm listening to a country station and they start playing that shit, like I do Y2K country, okay, that's a mix. It is. It's a mix, and they throw the modern shit in there. Holy crap! I don't want to listen to that. Bloop. Go back to classic country. Lord Almighty. Like, boy, John got all wound up on this one, didn't he? What were we talking about? John's going to alienate his fan base. Well, fan base. I don't. The fan base for me is what holds up the fan. The Whiskey Cowboy. I should take a picture of a few of my fan bases and publish them out there. Oh my goodness. Peggy says that it's getting hard to find a station that plays. You got to go to a classic country station, an oldies or something like that. Laurel says, nope, we like chasing rabbits. Hey, ain't bad as Jeff. I go a little bit off trail. Jeff just comes around the mountain from the other side. Holy shit, where the hell did that come from? Wow. Yeah, Jeff, if you're listening, see, we still think about you. I know he still follows my content. I don't know whether he views it, but he's still listed. Boy, can you imagine getting Jeff and Donna in the same room? I don't think I've seen Jeff and Donna in the same show. But we've heard Donna and we've heard Jeff, and they don't taste like each other. I have no idea. Have no idea where the hell that came from. They don't sound like each other. Oh, goodness. Long day. Heat'll do that. Sap you right out. Sap you right out. Stop it. Oh, we had a feller on Facebook, and he wanted to know how to get to the show, so I posted up on it. Sent it in a message too. Is he here? Are you here? What the hell's his name? Let's see if we can find his name. There we go. My mouse turns itself off. It must have a power saving feature on it. Yeah, guys are like, oh boy. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Okay, let me see here. Trying to find the feller's name. Hey, get back on there. Get back, honky cat. Gary. Gary asked me how to get to the show, so I posted up. You out there, Gary? Try to tell you, it's not quite like the show is not quite like my Facebook page. Sorta. We're a 2-hour meme. Sometimes I get a little meme spirited. Oh goodness. Oh, good coffee. Okay, what else we got going on here? We got the FBI coming out and admitting that they purposely turned off all the cameras so nothing could be recorded, and they said it was for officer safety. You're full of shit. You're full of shit. And that all of those top secret and confidential jackets that they showed, the jacket's a paper, it's a folder cover, that they showed in their quote-unquote evidence pictures that they showed to the world, they brought all that shit. That wasn't stuff they found there. They collected what was essentially a bunch of placeholders amongst photo albums and stuff like that, from materials that Trump had taken with him when he left the Oval Office, which is standard when a president leaves. And they gathered them up together and they put them in these jackets. Again, it's just a folder. It's a folder cover. Put them in these jackets and laid them out on the floor. But there's no proof that anything that's in them is actually confidential and classified. And there's no proof that there's stuff in any of the ones, or shall I say every one that's there. And they knew that. It was a I'd say PR, but not a PR. It was to poison the well with the general public. That's all it was. Look what we got here. Well, you got nothing. I said that right when I first saw the picture. I said, that's nothing. That's nothing. I didn't even bring up the fact that they might have brought the jackets themselves. I said, even if they were official jackets, there's nothing illegal about having a bunch of folder jackets that say confidential on them. So what? All you see is some papers and some folder jackets that say confidential and secret on it. That's all you see. That's nothing. Short of them being the ones that provided, I called it the day I saw it. Now, I had some people say, oh, does that surprise you? It's like, no, it doesn't surprise me. But I'm a social and political commentator. It's news. It came out. So I post about it. So I let people know. I don't just tell you the whatever my thoughts are when an incident happens, which I do. But then if there's an update, I'll let you know then too. I got about a 98 point something percent accuracy rate. Now I'd say it's a mite bit higher than that. Why? Because John hates to be wrong. I don't open my mouth about shit, and I don't make predictions unless I'm pretty damn sure about it. Gus says he was hiding stuff in the underwear drawer or Playboy pictures in their son's drawer. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He wasn't hiding anything. He just disorganized, and a lot of the shit was just. It was just. Think about when you move. How long does it take you to get all your shit sorted out? And you go, well, how the hell did this get over here? Laura says they were planting stuff. I have no doubt that they were. Again, that's why the cameras weren't there. Oh, it's for their safety. Bullshit. When you're there and you're controlling the scene, how the hell is your safety compromised? You've got the place locked down. You did it so that there is no record of what you're doing. That's why you do it. And they already admitted that the jackets were theirs. They brought them. Who brings classified jackets with them to collect documents? No, you just collect the shit and you bring it back and you sort it out later. Did you see what they did with Biden stuff? Oh, they didn't lay anything out. They just had boxes of stuff, and they took pictures, and it's just boxes of stuff. They didn't do that with Trump. They had to do the photo spread, get it laid out on the ground. It's all a big show. I'm still waiting for some of the new folks to try to claim that I'm a Trump lover. Oh, Lord Almighty. I'm a lover of truth. No matter what direction it brings me. I'm a lover of fairness and true equality. No, that's not true. It's not true. For most things. I'm an old school man. We've gone over this. I believe women should be put on a higher pedestal. I think women should be treated better. I think women should be given more grace. So I'm not all equality. But I also know that men are stronger. They occupy both the smarter end of the spectrum and the more stupid end of the spectrum. Yes, I said men are smarter than women. Yes. But men are also more stupid than women, too. Lay it all out there. That's what it is. Men are spread out wider on the spectrum. Women are jumped in the middle for the most part. That's why the smartest people in the world, if you picked 100 of the smartest people in the world, they'd be men. You pick 100 of the most violent people in the world, they'd be men. You'd pick 100 of the most stupid people in the world, they'd be men. It's not a men are superior. No, we occupy a wider range in the spectrum. Gus said some. Yeah. So I'm just saying in general, we have a wider range. Women keep things centered. They should keep things centered. And that helps for the species. Why? Women control reproduction. They're supposed to pick the best men, not the sexiest men. The best men. The best men, it used to be, it's a combination of looks, abilities to provide, strength, and other characteristics. That would tell you what the gene pool is. And then you just pull from the best, and then that gets passed down and passed down. We got 60 years of Women on birth control choosing effeminate men, because that's what it does. And women chasing all the wrong guys. And all the wrong people are procreating way too fast. All the people that should be having kids ain't. And all the people that maybe might not want to or might not, no, don't. They are. But that's that. And I don't mind. Do it. Do it. Hate using taxpayer money on it, though. Stop it. You want to have all these kids? Hey, that's like when, who is it? Cannon? Nick Cannon? Is that the guy's name? Black feller? He's an actor, I think. Has like passel of kids. It's like say, I don't care. I really don't care. If you are supporting your kids, I don't care if you have 5,000 of them. I do not care. If you can't, I don't want you to have one. You get that? That's like people too. Oh, this politician, he spent $600 on a haircut. Don't care. Did he charge it to the taxpayer or did he use his own money? If he used his own money as his salary or whatever, that's on him. He wants to waste $600 on a haircut. Hey, all power to you. That barber just made some good ducat. I don't care. I don't get worked up over that stuff. See on TV these families, they got 20 kids. I don't care. I care if they're on public subsidy. Then I care. Stop having kids. But I care whether it's 1 or 20. But if you're famous and you got lots of money and you can take care of shit yourself, have at it. I don't care. Oh, and he got 6 baby mamas. I don't care. I don't think it's healthy. I don't think it's good. But as long as it was a consensual arrangement between all involved and it's not using any taxpayer money, that's on them. I don't care. I got bigger things to worry about. It's between them, their family, and God. That's it. Not my circus. Does not concern me. $600 haircut. Don't care. I don't care. Do you care? Does that shit really, does it even hit your radar? Or do you just go, man, that's fucking stupid? No way I'd pay $600 for a haircut. I'd go down $35 and get myself some trimmers and just, bzz, there it goes. $600. You're crazy. And that's as far as it goes with me. Laurel says stupid. Yeah, it's stupid. But do your own shit. He ain't using my money. How dare him? No, I don't care. What bothers me is Shaquisha and Taniqua and all them other ones that are on public assistance paying to get their damn hair weaved and their long ass fake nails and shit like that. And that's what I care about. Talked about this too. You know, it's like, well, if you're on public assistance, everybody deserves. No, you don't. No, you don't. Guess what? If you're on food stamps or on public assistance, you don't deserve to eat a steak meal. You know, a good steak meal. You don't deserve anything. Peggy says, I'm with you. If it doesn't affect me, I don't care. Right. Got bigger shit to worry about. Oh, poor people deserve. Poor people don't deserve. I grew up dirt poor. I didn't deserve a damn thing. I deserve what I earned is what I deserve. Poor people don't deserve shit. Except for someone not taking their shit. That's all they deserve. But they don't deserve coffee. They don't deserve a 6-pack of beer. They don't deserve a bottle of whiskey. They don't deserve steak and lobster. They don't deserve that. If they get it, great. If they earn it, fantastic. But if the general public is paying for your shit, they're paying for your electricity, they're paying for the roof over your head, they're paying for your food. Deserve? Shit, you don't even deserve that. Be thankful for it, but don't tell me. Like I said, I'll give people the shirt off my back if they truly need it. They think they deserve the shirt off my back? You come and take it, motherfucker. We're going to scrap. Deserve. I don't deserve that shit. Oh, you're heartless. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. This doesn't come from a place of stinginess, greed, or anger and hate. No. I wish that they would do stuff. I wish they would do a better life. But you know what? There's plenty of people that are dirt poor and they're absolutely happy. If they have macaroni and cheese and hot dogs 3 times a week, if they have some ramen, if they got tomato soup with burger in it, you know, they're perfectly happy. That's great. That's great. Gus says, everything I have, I've worked my butt off to get. No one else has done that for me. Right. That's why I say to you, I don't envy the rich. I really don't. I don't envy the guy that's on a yacht. Good on you. Have a good life. If you're an asshole, you're an asshole. But I'll give you a thumbs up and I'll wave to you and I'll have a pour of whiskey. Alongside the guy that's in the, he's got a little aluminum deep V 15 horsepower Johnson on the back. And he's out there with his fishing pole and he's having a good time. Good on you. Good on you. I'll sit down, I'll talk with you, I'll have some whiskey, I'll have some coffee, we'll sit just like that guy on the yacht. Don't care. Guy standing on the bank doesn't have a boat. And he's just sitting there enjoying the day. Good on you. Good on you. So everybody's got to be this envy shit. Why? Why? If you want something, work for it and get it. Ain't nothing been given to me either. Oh, you got white privilege. White privilege my ass. I've worked the shit out of everything. The missus has worked the shit for everything we got. And we try to take care of it and make it look nice. We don't got a big house. We have lots of stuff. I got more stuff than some. Priorities. Priorities. We cut down all the bills that we didn't need to have. We try to live as best we can. Food's important to us. And the things we use for entertainment. My guitars, my amps, my canoe, now canoes. And they're things once you make the investment, you're not still paying for it. Gus has his stuff. He's got his property. He's got his tractors. Him and Sally's got the camp. Got their new RV. Good on you. Good on you. I never got envious. Oh, Jesus. There's Gus and Sally. They're going up north again. Damn them. No, good on you. You can do it. Do it. You're not taking from anybody. You earned this shit. Good on you. Get tired of people envying people and then blaming the world for their problems. Everybody's got problems. I live a pretty good life. I'm fighting social media. I've been stifled. I've gone in the negatives running my content and my show over the years. I'm not breaking even. Thank you, Facebook. But I plug along and I live a good life and I'm happy for the things and I'm grateful. There's another thing. We've talked about this on the show before. People not being grateful. You're not grateful. Nobody's grateful. Be grateful. Truly grateful. Not this fake shit. Be grateful. Gus loans me stuff. I am truly grateful for it. Let people know that you're grateful. Show them, tell them. Not enough gratitude out there. Me. Narcissistic bullshit. And I'm always the victim. Yeah. No, you're not. San Francisco mayor, is that who the Asian chick? Is that who it is? She's now under investigation. She bitch pissing and moaning because they're after her because she's Asian. No, they're after you because you've been running a pay-to-play scheme. That's why. Has absolutely nothing to do with the fact that you're Asian. That's where they got to go. Hate that. Same way with Bowman. Bowman didn't lose. He didn't lose his primary in New York because he's black. He lost it because he's angry, he's a clown, and he's an imbecile. That's why he lost his seat. Ain't because he's black. Gus says, I get enjoyment watching people be successful. I get enjoyment watching people get successful via things they've earned. I'll say that. It kind of chaps my ass, people getting successful that they didn't earn it. But I don't sit and I don't, it doesn't ruin my life. I don't obsess over it. I like watching people work hard and then become successful. Because I know working hard, there's a just because you work hard doesn't mean you're going to be a success. It's a misnomer that's out there. And people seem to think that. I work hard every day and I just, yeah. Sometimes it just ain't in the cards. So be grateful where you're at and live the best that you can do. Sometimes it's just not. And you can look around and you go, well, that shitbird, he is super successful. I look at a lot of the liberal commentators out there and I go, what the hell? They're playing freaking video games and talking out their ass about politics, and they got a shit ton of followers and they're rolling in the money. What the hell? Oh, well. Hey, there's Judy. Welcome to the show, Judy. You missed the Idaho. You missed the Idaho situation. You're going to have to go and watch it from the beginning again. In short, nothing to worry about. I explain what the situation is. It's almost 9:15. Judy's an hour late. She goes in the penalty box. Judy says, I'll watch it later. Thank you. You're most welcome. Yeah, I lay it all out. Nothing you have to worry about. She says, sorry, I was so busy today. Don't worry about it. We're just giving you a hard time. If you come in late and we don't give you a hard time, then start to worry. It's like I tell people, hey, if you're around me all the time and I ain't said but 2 words to you, yeah. Then you might want to worry about what I think about you. But if I'm talking to you, you're okay. You may not be the best in my book, but you're okay. If I go out of my way to talk with you, then you're pretty good. Except for Gus. I ain't got anybody to talk to, so I bother him. That's not true. That's not true. But yeah, and if we're at a family gathering and I don't say anything to you. Oh shit, I guess John doesn't like me. Yeah, I guess you're right. But yeah. If you're on the show and you're getting shit, then you're okay. You're okay. If you're on the show and nobody pays attention to you, absolutely nobody, then you go, oh, fuck. Oh. Again, tonight's coffee is pistachio cream from New England brand. Gus says, I thought I was special. Oh, you're special, Gus. Gus, you just lob that right for me. John's going to take this and he's just going to knock the hell out of it. Gus, you're very special. Oh, goodness. Don't give me that. Don't tee it up for me, Gus. Don't. It's not. Judy says that joke tells itself. No, doesn't it? Oh my goodness! I tell people, I try to warn people on my Facebook page. The show is not like the show is not like the Facebook page. Now we have fun there, and I got a lot of sarcasm. I like using GIFs a lot to give comments, and so I keep a good sense of humor. But the show is more like a fireside chat with just a bunch of old frenemies sitting around. Not frenemies, just a bunch of friends. Drink coffee. Can you imagine if I drank whiskey doing the show? Oh my goodness. Boy, we'd have something going there. No, not happening. Gus says once in a while I have to just lob the ball in just for fun. Yeah, play it off like you meant to do that. Yeah. Yeah, Gus meant to do that one. Bless you, Gus. Bless you. Hey, Sally, listening? Or are you hogging the show? You hogging the show again? See, Sally and Gus used to watch the show together. They'd sit near each other and they'd share a device. But now he's got his bionic ears and he just logged in directly to his phone. He says, Sally, she can go get her own shit. Oh. Yeah, she watching? Listen to the show. Hey, Sally. Hey, Sally. Yeah, see, there he goes, and open his ears only. Where is she? I'm getting... Sally used to join the show all the time. I'm getting a little insulted. I'm getting insulted. I didn't give her too much shit. Oh, goodness. Yeah, so it's going to be an interesting debate. See how it goes. I really don't think it's going to change. It's not going to, unless if Biden just collapses on stage, it could change votes. But other than that, it ain't going to change votes. I thought about, seeing if folks wanted to do a live stream and watch the speech. I haven't done that yet. I thought about that in the past for certain things. The other streamers do it. He says, sitting next to me, but it's my fault. I can hear better, sorry. No, that's a problem. So does she hear the show at all? Or is she just sitting there looking at I'm going to wave. Hi, Sally. Hello, Sally. How are you? That's oh shit. John's gonna piss off the deaf community out there and those white knighters running in. Come on. That was a good impersonation. I only know a couple things in sign language. Not too many. Oh goodness. Damn, he's gonna get banned off of YouTube. He making deaf jokes. After that, show me a picture of you holding up a piece of paper saying I like Cheetos. I like Cheetos. I like Cheetos. Well, Cheetos are okay. Oh, I'm more of a sour cream and onion kind of guy. I like Ruffles. Ruffles have ridges, you know. Sour cream and onion. I like those. I like some Doritos too. They're okay. I'm not a big dipper. I like dips, but I don't do it very often, and I'm good for 2 or 3 dips, and that's about it. You know what I like with dips? I like vegetables. I like carrots and broccoli and cauliflower. Cauliflower, carrots, and broccoli. Not much on the celery. I'm not a big celery guy. Judy says late salt and vinegar. Beef stick. Yeah, douche chips. Not into those. Not into douche chips. Beef sticks on... Oh, my goodness. Yeah, beef sticks are pretty good. I like some beef sticks and jerky. I like some soft jerky. Not a hard jerky anymore, but they got more soft jerkies out there now. That's pretty good. Got some more soft jerkies. Used to be all you could get is the really hard ones, and that's fine. And we make our own jerky too, but I like a soft jerky. But yeah, when it comes to dips, I like ranch. I like ranch with carrots and broccoli and cauliflower. Laurel says cucumbers, carrots, broccoli, cauliflower. Oh, cherry tomatoes are pretty good too. They're pretty good. Now, what do you like to dip them in? I like ranch. Ranch is my go-to. Ranch is my go-to. Which is funny. Here's funny. I love... Now check this out. If I'm going to dip my vegetables, I like ranch. It's my go-to. I don't like ranch on my salads, which is vegetables. I don't. I'm a French. I like French dressing on my salads. I like dipping my vegetables in ranch. Isn't that weird? Tell me that ain't weird. I don't put ranch dressing on my salad. I put French on my salad. Oh my goodness. Laurel says I use olive oil and balsamic vinegar on salad. Yeah, see, you don't pour ranch on it. See, I like a good balsamic. Oil immersion. Whatever they call those. Emulsions? Immersions when you push somebody's head down in something. That's an emulsion. Judy says, I use hot sauce. You put hot sauce on your salads? No, the only thing I'd put hot sauce on for salads is like a chicken and macaroni salad. I put some hot sauce on that. You put hot sauce on your vegetable salads? Holy crap. Gus says we've been watching a doe in our backfield on the camera for the last half hour. She's out there every night. Oh, well, it's cool. Judy says, yes, sir, I do. It's delicious. That's weird. I thought it was weird but I'm glad that Laurel's the same way. That what she puts on her salads is not what she dips her vegetables in. I thought it was weird. It's like, no, I like the vegetables dipped in it, but I don't put ranch on my salads. Laurel asks if there's a fawn. There's 2 of them. Gus and Sally are fawning over the doe. Oh, as Connie would say, oh, there's another dad joke. Oh, man, I'm getting... getting flamboyant over here. Gus says, no, just her. We have a skunk in our compost pile. Well, that was... that's some peripheral information there. I don't know what it has to do with the fawn, but okay. They have a skunk in your compost pile. They like that. They like that. It's good eating for them. Probably looking for the grubs and bugs in there. Grubbies. Me don't like skunks. They're supposed to make good pets if you descent them. And I'm not into skunks. No. I'd rather have porcupines around. I can just avoid them and they don't bother me. And says watching that as well. They're rooting around in it. See, they got the Nature Channel over there at the Swenson household. The Nature Channel. Judy says, I heard they taste good, but I'm not really up for it. Yeah, no, that's okay. Laurel says, my uncle had a pet skunk. Her name was Rosie. Yeah. They supposedly make good pets, but you got to descent them. No, thank you. They're cute when they're all washed and fluffy and cuddly. Wouldn't have a skunk. Wouldn't have a ferret. People like ferrets, too. My son had a ferret. He had a ferret growing up. He got it. And it's like, they smell. Get into mischief if you don't keep them occupied. He didn't keep that long. He didn't keep it long. It's like a good idea. Oh, we got a lot of videos and they're really good. Yeah. Laurel says, no ferrets. It's a rodent. Yeah, I've had guinea pigs. Guinea pigs they're okay. They don't get too mischievous. Rats are supposed to be pretty good. They're very intelligent. But ferrets are really, they need a lot of attention. Wow, just had a pressure change. You folks didn't hear that. Boy, my ears are hearing it. Holy crap. Oh, my goodness. No spiders, no snakes. I don't like spiders and snakes, and that ain't what it takes to love me like I want to be loved by you. So, oh, there we go. And they're like, oh, I haven't heard that song in years. That's a goodie. It's an oldie but goodie. Was that Loretta Lynn sing that with one of the other dudes? Let's see here. Jim Stafford, huh? But that's not. Jim Stafford, Spiders and Snakes, Spiders and Snakes. Jim Stafford, Spiders and Snakes. Who's the gal that sings it? Judy says, I don't think we have porcupines there. You might have them. Loretta Lynn and Conway Twitty. There we go. That's who I thought it was. Loretta Lynn and Conway Twitty. I don't like spiders and snakes, and that ain't what it takes to love me like I want to be loved by you. It's a good song. Hey, we've helped broaden Gus's culture a little bit. He's looking up Ray Stevens. He's enjoying some of his music since the last show. Yeah, porcupines are supposed to be intelligent too, and they like to be pet and stuff like that. But you got to be very careful. Do you like it? Yeah, he said he liked Ray Stevens. Yeah, I sent him. I posted up the. I forget it. It's the Great Southern Squirrel Revival or something like that. Posted that one up and. I'd sent him one, sent him a link to the video, and he liked that, and then he looked up the streak, and he liked that and thought it was pretty funny. Gus says they make some funny noises. Yeah, porcupines? Yeah, they make some funny noises. Porcupines. Porcupines. John, you're saying that wrong. Yep. Some words I say wrong because I just mispronunciate them. And others I say it because I like saying it that way. It's like I say Heffenerd. I don't say Hannaford very often. I say Heffenerd. Especially with the misses. Heffenerd. Heffenerd, porcupines. Porcupines. Now, what words do you say that are, you say odd, oddly different? And more so, you know you're saying it wrong, but that's the way you say it, by golly. What are some of them words? I'm waiting. I'm waiting for a girl like you to come into my life. It's like, damn, John, everything's yes. Yes, life is a song. No, life is a highway. Oh, I could do entire conversations with nothing but song lyrics. The same way as I love having I've done it a few times. You get online, your conversation is nothing but gifs back and forth. You can't say any words. Idea. Now, how do you say idea? You say idea? That's a New Hampshire thing, isn't it? They say idea. That adding the R is actually a what do they call it? Rhodic or something like that. Laurel says, when I lived in Georgia, they butchered Ponce de Leon. Leon. Pontius Pilate, Ponch and John. That's the from Chips, right? Ponch and John. Poncherello, Officer Poncherello. Ponce de Leon. No, but I'm saying, what do you butcher? What do you butcher? What words do you say that are odd? I say California a lot. I like to say California. California. Heffenerd. Judy says over, but I say ova. Ova. Like supernova? Over there. Ovary. Over. Yeah. You think you're from Boston? Come on. They don't say that. Yeah, that must come off really weird in Oklahoma, wouldn't you say? Over? They don't usually say that. Park the car in the yard. Can't get there from here. Oh, man. Fritz Weatherby. Go ahead and listen to him. Boy, he has got the New Hampshire accent. Holy crap. Judy says, she laughs and says, that's the way I do it. Well, that's good. Your own flavor. Get your own flavor. Fritz Weatherby. Oh, my goodness. See if we can pull up some Fritz. Fritz Weatherby. Boy, you got to listen to this guy. This guy is... Y'all familiar with Fritz Weatherby? He's still putting out content, too. Here's some Fritz Weatherby right here. That's not right. We're going to turn this down. Till we get Mr. Fritz Weatherby. I'll pull it right up for you. Here we go.
Look across the street, you will see the Grange Hall, and this story's about that building.
Hold on. Okay, we're internet. Pull my sources. It likes to do that. There we go. There we go. Project. Yeah, Project. Yeah, that's kind of odd, too.
January 24th, 1859, a Sunday. People going to church that morning noted tracks in the snow going to the rear of the building. The tracks ended in a 2-foot wide break in the granite foundation. It was obvious. Someone had squirreled themselves under the building the night before, and sure enough, just inside the foundation, they discovered a body. It was of the murderer, John Blaisdell. And it seems that John knew about the gap because he himself had laid the stone for the foundation. He knew he could get out of the weather there. Nevertheless, he froze to death that night. He was, by the way, only 150 feet from his front door, but he'd been drunk and lost his reason. In fact, it was booze that accounted for the fact that he was a convicted murderer. That murder happened February 19th, 1822, a Tuesday. That day, John Blaisdell was working for the Reverend James Thurston, cutting firewood over in Exeter. Working with him that day was a friend of his, John Wadley. And while the men were working, John Blaisdell split his axe handle. And so on the way back to Kensington, they stopped and they purchased a new handle. They also had a couple of drinks and bought a bottle of rum to take along with them. Well, there was an argument, and then there was a fist fight, and John Blaisdell slammed John Wadley on the head with his new axe handle and fractured the man's skull. In a panic, he carried his friend to an abandoned shanty nearby, covered him with a blanket, and then he walked backwards in the snow tracks so it would look like John Wadley had gone into the building alone and not come out. He then went to a friend's house, Jude Hall. He and Mr. Hall went back to the shanty to see if anything could be done, but of course Mr. Wadley was dead. The murder trial was held in Exeter, standing room only audience. John Blaisdell went to state's prison for 4 years. And during that time, he learned to be a stonemason, and when he was released, he was much in demand here in town. People generally liked him. But as you can see, John Blaisdell still had a drinking problem.
And there you go. That is Mr. Fritz Weatherby. Very, very New England, very New Hampshire accent. He is a staple. He's on WMER TV. That video there was from WMER TV. He does his... You think of him as the Reader's Digest sort of segment of WMUR channel. I guess Channel 9 out of Maine. But yeah, very New England, very New Hampshire. New Hampshire. New Hampshire's the place to be, says Fritz Witherby. And you see, Mr. Waddleson just bonked him over the head with an axe that he had just purchased. That didn't sit right with the community, and they had the trial in Exeter. And there you have it. I should do an entire show do the Whiskey Cowboy live in Fritz Weatherby, New Hampshire accent. I don't know what I'm having dinner, but I tell you, it's going to taste good. The political atmosphere on the stage was not a good one. Gus says he has great stories, and he can tell. He is quite the orator. He is quite the orator. He is. Fritz Weatherby. You get a treasure trove of stuff if you go ahead and YouTube him. Just listen to his stories. That's what he does. He does stories, local interest, and a little bit of history. Like I say, he's the readers. He's the live in person Reader's Digest. New England Reader's Digest. Yeah. Wicked. Wicked good stories. Good old Fritz. Fritz Weatherby. And he's getting on. He's getting on in age. I didn't know he was still going. I haven't watched TV in ages, so it's like, Fritz is still going at it. Still going at it. So what other words y'all butcher? Where do you butcher? Would you, did you, would you? Would you, could you? EB-GB-DB, heebie-jeebie. It's like, what the hell is he saying? I'm just making noises. That's all it is. Yeah, I don't have a New Hampshire accent. I got a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Like I said, just about everywhere I go, people go, where are you from? Where are you from? I don't know where you're from, but you're not from here. It's like, no, I'm not. From all over the place. All of them, I'm in Okie. The list of words that I butcher grows exponentially the more alcohol I drink. Gus says he's a very distinctive voice. He's kind of like Paul Harvey. Yeah. You could both Paul Harvey and Fritz. All they got to do is say 2 or 3 words, and you know exactly who's talking. Kind of like me. I'm not as distinctive, but I'll be walking by. I was like, "Hey, that sounds like me." It is, or no, it's not. It's like, oh, fuckers. How dare they sound like me? That's not right. You're fooling me. Got my doppelgangers out there. How dare them sound like the Whiskey Cowboy? Oh, I don't think that gal's come back and talked about that. I don't think she's redone that. Let me take a look. Let's see if she brought that back up. Let's see if I can pull this up here. No, that's not it. It is, but it isn't. Since Facebook, here we go. 16 comments. Let's see here. Let's see if she's yeah, she has chosen not to re-engage after bringing up the whole thing about Christians and alcohol. Laurel says, I pick up accents very easy. I've lived in Western New York, Georgia, Minnesota, and now Kentucky. Yeah, some people are more likely to do that than others. I said, my brother, man, he sounds, he lived his whole life down there in North Carolina. Hot dog. No, I didn't give him any hot dogs when he came back up. No. Yeah, he got a thick accent. That's funny. No, and that's why I always get, cultural appropriation. Look, the human species is a species of mimickers. We will draw upon those that are around us and adapt to and take unto ourselves certain habits, speech patterns. It's so that we fit in. Some people are very susceptible to that and other people aren't. Me? Nah, not so much. Not so much. Hey, got the quarter till. Quarter till. Got quarter till 10 in New Hampshire. The weather was hot. It was wicked hot. Humidity was something fierce. Fearsome humidity. Went outside to walk in the yard. I tell you, I just couldn't do it. It was wicked hot. No, that's not. My voice goes up an octave. like, I don't know whether John's been sucking on helium or he's trying to he's doing that New England, New Hampshire accent thing. I don't know that is sounds like you're trying to take a shit and you're sucking helium at the same time. Oh, goodness. Stop it. No, that's not right. It's all right. Gus says, geez, so if we hang around more, I will pick up John's habits. Well, you never know. Try to pick up the good ones. There's a couple scattered in amongst there. Judy says, I lived in Goodland, New York for a while, and they gave me a hell of an accent all the time. They gave me hell on your accent. See, it's all. Let's get out of here. Boom. There we go. Yeah, there we go. They gave me hell on my accent all the time. I'd imagine. Well, upstate New York has a different accent than southern New York, down towards New York City. Goodness. Now, people never give me they don't give me shit about my accent. But like I said, it's no matter where I go, people, where are you from? Doesn't matter. Down in Oklahoma, where are you from? Louisiana, where are you from? Every place I've been, where are you from? I'm all over the place. Can you understand me? That's good enough. Good enough. Good nothings. Well, did Greg show up? Wasn't that his name, Greg? George Greg? Gargoyle. Gargoline. Giselle. Boy, that's a hell of a name, Giselle. Who the hell would name their kids Giselle? It's like a gazelle. It's like a dirty gazelle. It's a Giselle. Giselle. Ghislaine. What the hell was her name? Whatever the hell it was. That's just weird. Giraffe. I like that name. I like giraffe. It's one of those animal names that just kind of like, it makes me giggle. Giraffe. What the fuck came up with giraffe? I don't know. It just seems weird to me. Maxwell was her last name, right? Giselle? Ghislaine? What the hell was her name? I don't know. She was messed up in the head anyways. I didn't like him. Didn't messed up in the head. Excellent. We got Braveheart stuff there. Since I said Braveheart, every time I say Braveheart, I got to say, William Wallace was not Braveheart. The movie was named Braveheart, and William Wallace was the name, but that was not Robert the Bruce's nickname was Braveheart, not William Wallace. It makes a good movie name, but it's a movie about William Wallace, and they use Robert the Bruce's nickname. That doesn't even make any sense. Don't make no damn sense. Stop it. And they didn't even wear kilts back then. Kilts didn't come for another 200, 300 years. They started wearing kilts. They were wearing leggings back that time. And yes, Robert the Bruce was tall. He was like 6'8" or some shit like that. He was pretty big guy. Not how tall is Mad Max is, something like, I think they list him as like 5'9" or something like that. Mel Gibson, but he ain't no 5'9". But it's an entertaining movie. I like the movie. That'll wake you up in the morning. It's got a lot of good lines in that movie. Braveheart. Do you know the missus hasn't ever seen that movie all the way through? She says it's too violent for her. I watch it. I like it. Then again, one of my favorite movies all time. You got to get Apocalypse Now. Redux. Director's cut. That's a movie. That's a movie. Laurel says, I've never watched it. You've never watched Braveheart? Holy cow. Get that in your list. Now, one of the misses, I got her for Valentine's Day one year. I got her a DVD of Lady Hawk. She loves that movie, Lady Hawk. We talked about that on the show, Lady Hawk. It's a good movie that guys and gals can both enjoy. Rutger Hauer plays a knight, and who the hell's his gal? She's the one that played in Dangerous Minds, the first one. What the hell's her name? What the hell was her name? Michelle Pfeiffer. Rutger Hauer, Michelle Pfeiffer. Matthew Broderick was a young lad, and the movie centered around those three. But yeah, it's good. That's a good movie. Judy says, I washed a few dollars more the other day. There you go. I butchered that, a few dollars more. Oh, for a few dollars more. No, I know. Yeah. Yeah. I knew what you meant. That's an Eastwood one too, right? Yeah. Eastwood, Van Cleef. They did a series. They did a series on them. Two Mules for Sister Sarah is a good one too. Spoiler alert, she isn't really a nun. The hat scene was great. Yeah. Hey, another classic I like to watch every now and again is the African Queen. Humphrey Bogart and Kate. Isn't it Kate? Katharine Hepburn. Yep. Katharine Hepburn. It's a good movie. They got a lot of good movies, old movies. Bring them back in. Back when they actually made movies. Is it a Western? What? The African Queen? No. The African Queen is about a prudish woman and a drunkard steamboat captain. It's a small steamboat down in Africa, and they end up going up against the Germans. It's during World War II. Yeah, 1951. Yep. Yeah, that's classic Katharine Hepburn right there. Yep. Oh, we're closing in. We are. So what else we got? Folks? Oh, the SCOTUS pulls a bullshit ruling, decide not to take on the case concerning Biden and internet interference, censorship. saying that the states and the people don't have standing. I hate that, don't have standing. Well, you get me going on that. And don't have standing. Amy Coney Barrett wrote the opinion for the ruling. Hate that, don't have standing. That's the same types of games that they played for most of Trump's lawsuits. They used to say he didn't have standing or this or that, and they throw it out. And then the left takes it as a victory because, see, his cases, he didn't lose the case. The case never even saw the light of day. Well, that's the same way with this thing. It did not see the light of day at the Supreme Court. And they do that shit all the time. And it pisses me off when it's a matter of constitutional issues, which is what it should be. Everything that goes on up there is constitutional issues. I want to pull that shit. Post up a lot of content today. Folks, make it to my page, my Facebook page. Facebook.com/The Whiskey Cowboy. When in doubt, just type in Google or whatever, search engine, The Whiskey Cowboy. You get my shit. I am the only one. I am the one and only Whiskey Cowboy in the world. They got a Whiskey Cowboy bar. They got Whiskey Cowboy drinks or cowboy drinks stuff. No, The Whiskey Cowboy. Judy says, I'm worried about the country. Yeah, we'll make it through. I'm worried. Getting through the rough stuff is a problem. Getting through the rough stuff. I mean, stop and think about it. We had 2 years of riots and cities burning down. We made it through. It's a matter of, well, how much shit we got to deal with in the time being. That's what we got to worry about. Gus says, I'm calling it tonight. I'm getting the slam shuts. Good night, everyone. Have a great rest of the week. Hey, you get some rest there, Gus. Like I said, I'll make an appointment and drop off some eggs for you and Sally here within the next couple days. Thank you for joining the show. Say hey to the Sally. It is. We're closing in on the top of the hour. Man, this allergies are kicking in. Everyone's saying goodnight to Gus. Night, Mr. Gus. Gus Gusterson. Gus. Yipper skipper. So is there anything else that we wanted to cover tonight? Next show will be Sunday night. Sunday. You know, I say both Sunday and Sunday. Sunday and Sunday. I say it both. There's a bunch of words that I say differently depending upon my usage. But it was an okay show. Said, Judy, go ahead and watch it from the beginning again after the show ends. Laurel said, fuck Judy. Just start the stuff. Tell us what's up. That wasn't that bad. Judy says, the Okie in you. I'm an oak. I'm a solid oak. I'm proud to be an Okie from Muskogee. Place where even squares can have a ball. We still raise Old Glory down at the courthouse. And White Lightning's still the biggest thrill of all. Yeah. Muskogee, Oklahoma, USA. I think that's the finishing line for the song. Muskogee, Oklahoma, USA. Laurel says, good night, all. Good night, Laurel. Good night, Judy. Good night. There's a bunch of people that are still out there, and they hadn't said hello. They hadn't said hey. hopefully you'll get a little bit less timid and join the chat next time. Peggy says, good night all, and thank you, John. You're welcome, Peggy. Thank you for joining in. I'll see you on Facebook. And, yeah, I guess that's it. God bless, and take care.